Hey, shalom, everyone. My name is Zachariah Yahouda, and I'm coming back with another lesson. Post, I don't celebrate these holidays, but I'm just saying post uh pagan holiday. I don't know what the name is. I'm just getting the name. Okay, but anyway, I'm coming back. I was out early, and doing the lesson, doing the walk and talk lesson, and that battery went dead real quick. I don't know why. I just charged it up. Shit, and I was ready. I just got good and off into the lesson. But we're gonna touch base on all that. Come with another 2.5, 3 hour lesson. So that's how I like getting down. I want to edify the flock. So what I want to do is I want to go into first before we start. Let's go right here, and then we're gonna watch the video. We're gonna watch some of the video that I got set apart, and I'm gonna try to get that because I want to see that. I haven't seen that movie Civil War yet, and I want to make it my business to go get a gift card and tap in and get so we can go into some of that Civil War, and do go hard off into that movie, I don't give a shit right there if they give me a copyright statute. And I want to edify the flock. So, if it's the Lord's will tomorrow, I'm gonna do that. But anyway, let's go into today rather. But what I want to do is I want to start here in Revelation chapter 13, verses 15. And it reads, it said, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So with all that, let's give a shout out to the Lord. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, call law Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rekakadash. Excuse me, all heavenly praise and honor and glory go to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rekakadash. And second, I'd like to give double shouts and double honor to all the elder apostles and bishops from GMS who rule well. And third, I would like to say shalom, shalom, shalom to all my Arkins worldwide. Throughout the four corners, I'd like to say shalom to you all that's pushing forth this truth and sincerity and calling on the Lord's name. Okay, and fourth, I'd like to say shalom, shalom, shalom to all the sisters and brothers that's trying to come correct and come back to their power and truth. I'll say shalom to you all as well. So let's get started with the lesson. Before we do that, let's give copyright. Do that real quick. Fair use of the copyright statute of 1976.
Fair use under U.S. copyright law permits limited use of copyrighted material for things like criticism, commentary, news reporting, teaching, or research. It's decided on a case-by-case basis, considering the purpose, the nature of the work, the amount used, and the effect on the market. For legal advice, consult a professional.
All right, so yeah, fair use. I'm not getting paid for this. It's strictly for educational purpose. They go to citation right there, y'all. So let's watch these videos. Then I'm gonna come on with the scriptures, and I got a couple video clips I want to play, and we're gonna, I might interject here and there, and to bring out some scriptures. Okay, I will watch it the elder apostle Ariah. And man, watch this video here, man. These people is cooked. These Edomites are cooked. The elder apostle said, watch this.
Now, you people, you're not a race. You are a virus. You destroy the world. Everything beautiful, you poison. You drag us from our homes, you rape our daughters, murder our sons. You crack our spines and do all you can to break our will.
Yeah, they've been trying to do that
You
for 500,
stab us.
600 years.
Then you put the knife in our hand and tell us it's our fault.
Yeah, he's some wicked
If
ass
you don't do
devil.
it yourself, you stand by, close your eyes, and pretend there's nothing wrong. And then you pray to your God to silence our screams so that you can enjoy the happiness that we built for you with our blood. But it's not your fault. It's the only way you know how to be. And the only thing that will change anything is if another virus comes along and does to you what you do to us. And I hope that happens very soon.
Look at this shit. Look at these doubles. Crazy boy. Hey, what the hell going on here? Double, man. See that right there? Yeah. Look at these devils. Devil crazy, boy.
And it's not okay when you try to
Shit your poopies! Shit your poopies! Shit,
Look at these devils.
shit your poopies!
Look at this shit.
Mayonnaise! Mayonnaise!
A nigger to the nig, a niggy niggy nig nigger nigger nig niggy, niggy to the nig nig nigger, niggy to nig nig the niggy nig nigger, niggy to the nig nig nigger, niggy to nig nig the niggy nig nigger, niggy to the nig nig nigger, niggy to nig nig the niggy nig nigger, a niggy niggy nig nigger nigger nig niggy, niggy to the nig nig nigger, niggy to nig nig the niggy nig nigger, a niggy to the nig nig nigger.
Mom say you have to be LGBT. No, I think she's what I want to be, but
God, Lex, go ahead, keep talking. Say what you're saying.
my mom doesn't matter if I am gay or lesbian or any of that. She doesn't care. All she cares about is that I'm a part of it. And if I'm not a part of it, she'll try to convince me.
You know, this is what they try to push off on us, man. On us, y'all. on our people, man. And a lot of these people went for that shit, man. And these goddamn, you know, these so-called pastors in these churches and shit, they push that shit, man. They push that on us, man. You see? I'm trying to see what that scripture I went into earlier. Hold on here. I got so much stuff that let me see here. Oh, this is what I was in today. Let's get this real quick. Cause this is where I stopped at Malachi. Malachi chapter 2 verses Malachi chapter 2 verses 11. Let's get that real quick. You know, if it's Lord's will, tomorrow morning I'm gonna do this research and get these and go into this this word. It said Proverbs chapter 18 verses 9. He also that is slothful in his works is the brother to him that is a great waster. Man, this is what that described to me right here. And let's go into that word slothful. Where it at? Slothful. S-H.
Strong's H7503. Rapha.
There you go right there. What does that mean? Rapha. To sink, relax, sink down, drop or be disheartened. To sink down, to sink, drop, to sink, relax, abate, to relax, withdraw, nympho, to let drop, abandon, relax, refrain, forsake, to let go, to refrain, to let alone, to be quiet, to show oneself slack. Okay, it says the primitive root to slacken in many application, literal or figurative. Cease, consume, draw towards evening, fail, be faint, be wax, feeble, forsaken, idle, lead, let alone, go down, to be, slack, stay, to be still, be slothful, to be weakened, so the Lord done cast them down, to throw, casting forth, throwing down, especially to cast down, to let fall, especially their hand, falling, to draw, to clothe judges, to use hay in the fire, to sink down. Hold on here. We're going to get Isaiah chapter 19, verse 9 real quick. Isaiah 19 verses 9. And it reads, it said, moreover, matter of fact, let's start at 8. It said, the fishers also shall mourn, and all they that cast angle into the brooks shall lament, and they that spread nets upon the water shall languish. Moreover, they that work in fine flax, and they that weave networks shall be confounded. Man, so this is what's been going to happen to Esau kingdom, and those that join unto this devil. Let me see here. It said to cast down, to fall, to let fall, especially the hand called entrance, to decline as the day, to draw, to close. It said to draw to a close. Judges, I just read that one. Use in hayfire to sink down. Okay, let's get Isaiah chapter 5, verse 24. Therefore, I'm gonna start at 20. Hold on, let me see something, make sure it's the right one. Yep. I'm gonna start at 23. It said, matter of fact, it said, woe unto them that are mighty to drink wine, and men of strength to mingle strong drink, which justify the wicked for reward, and to take away the righteousness of the righteous from him. Therefore, as the fire devoured the stubble, and the flame consumeth the chaff, so their root shall be as rottenness, as their blossom shall go up as dust, because they have cast away the law of Yahweh of hosts and despised the words of the Holy One of Israel. See, man, these people despise the Holy One of Israel, man. You know, they do everything in opposition of the Lord. Okay, let's go back and hear some more of this video. You know, our people, man, they had joined hand in hand with this devil. Man, them niggas will kill you for they'll kill you if you talk come up against them trying to protect this devil, man. Especially these damn women. Hold on here. Damn, what time we 18 in? Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to find the video. Hold on. What do I do here? Oh, here we go. Damn, he ain't in there. I just seen the video. Let me do this. Oh, here you go.
You are a virus. You destroy the world. Everything beautiful you poison. You drag us from our homes, you rape our daughters, murder our sons. You crack our spines and do all you can to break our will. You stab us. Then you put the knife in our hand and tell us it's our fault. And if you don't do it yourself, you stand by, close your eyes, and pretend there's nothing wrong. And then you pray to your God to silence our screams so that you can enjoy the happiness that we built for you with our blood. But it's not your fault. It's the only way you know how to be. And the only thing that will change anything is if another virus comes along and does to you what you do to us. And I hope that happens very soon.
Look at these devils. As the elder apostle said, this is their natural state. Who dwell in the clefts of the rock?
And it's not okay when you try to.
Shake your poopy. Shake your poopy. Shake, 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 shake your poopy. More rage. Mayonnaise. Mayonnaise.
Hey, a person like this here got billions. You see what I'm saying? Man, you got people like this here they got all the money, got hoarding all the riches and wealth to themselves. I'm not saying he got it, but I'm just saying this. I'm just making an example. These are the wicked that the Bible speaks of.
I said a nigger to the nick, a niggy, nigger, nigger, niggy to the nigger, niggy to nick.
Person like this here could be a Jake. You know what I mean? But we don't know. You know, we don't know. Let's go and hear some more. Let's go and hear it on out. Then I'm gonna go and come on this
Nigger, niggy to the nigger, niggy to nick, nigger, niggy to the nigger, niggy to nick, nigger, and niggy, nigger to the nigger, niggy to nigger, a niggy to the nigger.
Mom say you have to be LGBT. No, I think she's what I want to be, but
God, like, fine, keep talking. Say what you're saying.
my mom doesn't matter if I am gay or lesbian or any of that. She doesn't care. All she cares about is that I'm a part of it. And if I'm not a part of it, she'll try to convince me to join it. Cause
What are you saying right now?
Facts.
That I would convince you to join what?
The LGBTQIA+ community.
I don't know if it's the ears or the way I'm dressed today or something about my disposition, but I like literally just had the third man in a row blush and react to me as if he'd underdressed for the day he was going to meet his future wife. It's been quite a wild day with these men. I don't know. I mean, I'm enjoying the fucking attention. It's amazing. But still, I don't know what's going on. The one guy was a conservative Jew wearing a yarmulke and everything. And I mean, like, he got out of his chair. He looked like he was sad that he hadn't prepared for me somehow. I've become convinced that if I wanted multiple
then they said they call themselves
up like a shul on a Saturday, and like I'd walk away with multiple weddings. It's a hilarious day today.
Trying to come like Rod Stewart. Man, what kind of season is you, man?
We fell in love. We were caught in innocent things. We remember how it all began. Just seemed like heaven. Rising up back on the street, leave my time to my chamber.
Damn.
With the distant sound back on the TV, just remember things were to survive. Too many times having a street fight.
Shalom, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakak, Wadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, Ruel, peace and salutations to the elect, and much respect to the brothers pushing his word and four winds of the earth. Shalom to you few sincere sisters out there as well. This brother Ariel, coming at you with a little quick cut here, and those videos show that, Esau in his natural state, man. The way he carries himself, the things he does behind closed doors, and they put it on video for all to see now. That's the Edomite spirit, man. Pretty much all of those videos, man, except for maybe one. The dude that was singing, not the one with the long hair singing Michael Jackson. That's the Edomite. He was off beat. But the one that was singing in lowercase, okay, the one that was singing real low, lowercase words. He could be a J. Other than that, all of those were Edomites, and not all so-called, people that look Caucasian or white or what have you are Edomites. It's all about the spirit, man.
Right.
Okay? And then all of those, all those videos except the one that I, might exclude as being an Edomite, all of them are Edomites, man. All right? Job 30:1. I'll stop at 6. But now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock. Right? This is how low Esau is. You don't even want them around your dogs, man. Okay? Because we know what they do with dogs, a lot of them. They kiss them in the mouth, they have sex with them. They do a lot of, crazy shit with dogs. Okay, that's just proven. That's just a fact. Yeah, whereunto might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom old age was perished. For want and famine, they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness in former time, desolate and waste. Right? Who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat, and they were driven forth from among men. Right? Why? Because of how Edomites conduct themselves and how they act, man. Very wild, man. The wood wolves, the caveman. Right? They cried after them as after a thief, to dwell in the cliffs of the valleys and the caves of the earth and in the rocks. Okay? And this is where, they dwell. This is why they do, rock climbing and cave dwelling and shit like that. That's their natural habitat, man. You know, these Edomites are sick individuals, man. And this is why the world is the way it is today, because these very Edomites are ruling the world, man. Right now. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked.
Let's get it. Let me get it.
So I just want...
Let me get it real quick. Matter of fact, it doesn't go and play.
You know, bring this out real quick. Just showing you, you know, that's the Edomite spirit, man.
Yeah.
And if you see that spirit in any other person, black, Hispanic, Indian, Chinese, what have you, you know, doing weirdo shit like that, those are Edomites too, man. It's not about the skin color, it's about the spirit, man. Okay? And that is the prototype, okay, for the Edomite spirit, man. Okay, that is that's the definite Edomite spirit, man. And a lot of those, in all those videos, pretty much. Shalom.
Are you worried that using your home address for business puts your privacy at risk? At iPostal One, we can help. So, you've started your own company, but feel unsafe using your home address for business use. Not only does every customer and vendor see where you live, creepy, but you could be at risk for identity theft, property damage, and much more. With iPostal One, you can get a real physical street address to use for your business. So your personal address...
I got another one real quick. Let's go here to what we do. So let's bring out some scriptures. Okay, I want to go back to okay. Malachi chapter 2 verse 11, it said, Judah have dealt treacherously, and abomination is committed in Israel, in Jerusalem. For Judah have profaned the holiness of Yahweh, which he loved, and have married the daughters of a strange God. So metaphorically speaking, the Lord said, we don't submitted ourselves to fake white man Jesus. That's a strange God that he's talking about. So it said the prophet Malachi is rebuking Judah, the southern tribe, which is the so-called African American, and Levites, and Benjamin. It says the southern kingdom for treachery against the covenant. The specific sin name is intermarriage with foreign idolatrous nations, which lead to idol worship. See, married to daughters of a strange god does not mean literal goddess. It refers to joining oneself to a people devoted to another god, adopting their religion, custom, and values. See, this directly violated Deuteronomy chapter 7 verses 3 and 4. Let's get that. I brought it out earlier. Hold on. Verse 3. It said, neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughters thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. For they will turn away thy sons from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of Yahweh be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly? See, this is what happened. That's why we destroy it. And why, we got a whole nation of degenerates. Okay, Exodus chapter 3. Exodus chapter 3, verses 4. Said, and when Yahweh saw that matter of fact, let's start at 3. It said, and Moses said, I will not now turn aside and see this great sight while the bushes is not burnt. And when Yahweh saw that he turned aside to see, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh called unto him out of the midst of the bush and said, Moses, Moses. And he said, here I am. Okay, verse 5. And he said, draw not nigh hither, put off thy shoes from off thy feet, for this place whereon thou standest is holy ground. Verse 6. Moreover, he said, I am the Elohim, or Elohim, or power of thy father, and the Elohim of thy of Abraham, the Elohim of Isaac, and the Elohim of Jacob. And Moses, his face, for he was afraid to look upon him, the Elohim, upon Elohim. Verse 7, and Yahweh said, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh said, I have surely seen the affliction of my people which are in Egypt, and have heard their cry by reason of their taskmasters, for I know their sorrow. See? So Exodus chapter, let's do this real quick. Then we're going to get that Proverb 18 verses 8 again. I forgot to finish that off. Genesis 3 verses 6. Oh, Exodus. I said Genesis. I meant to say Exodus. See, here it go right here.
Strong's H430, entry 1. Eloach.
See?
Eloach.
430.
Second entry. Elohim.
See?
Elohim.
There you go.
And the third entry. Eloach. Eloach.
So he's the power, who they ignorant call Jesus Christ. Huh. He's look. Trying to let it chime in. There you go. The divine rulers, judge, divine ones, angels, gods. Okay? He's the God. He's our God. He's our power. That word translates to power. Okay? Who they ignorant call Jesus Christ. All right. Okay, now let's go back. So Exodus chapter, so Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 3 and 4, Israel forbidden to marry idolaters, adulterers, or idolaters, you know. Exodus chapter 34, verse 15 and 16, intermarriage leads to whoredom after other gods, see? So spiritual meaning, Judah profaned holiness by mixing truth with falsehood, see? You know, call on fake Christ, Jesus, you know, shit like that, man. That, you know, that ain't sitting well with the Lord, man. That's why we've been telling y'all, you got to call on the Lord's real name. It said, because we married to him. Marriage means covenant. We married to his covenant, to him and that covenant. We under a divine covenant, and it's forever. Olam means forever in Hebrew. And see, Judah profaned holiness by mixing truth with falsehood. In scripture, marriage equal covenant, foreign gods equal false doctrine, idolatrous system. So spiritually, this is about compromise with pagan belief system, see? Blending Yahweh's law with heathen customs, see? Abandoning the set-apart identity of Israel. This is spiritual adultery. Why this sin is called an abomination? The Most High calls it abomination because Israel was chosen to be holy, set apart. Leviticus chapter 20, verse 26. Mixing with adultery destroys covenant purity, see? It leads to judgment, confusion, and captivity. Are we not in captivity? You see? We just don't have no change on our neighborhood. Hey, we still enslaved. We're not free, okay? We're not free until the Lord crack them skies and come and take the devil down, man. So the same sin lead to the fall of Solomon. 1 Kings chapter 11. The captivity of Israel and Judah, see? Prophetic end time application. This verse is highly relevant today. Modern parallel, Israel joining false religions, accepting man-made doctrines, marrying into or submitting to spiritual systems of Babylon. Talking about America. Churches mixing truth with pagan traditions. So Revelation echoes this in Revelation chapter 18, verse 4. Come out of her, my people, see? 2 Corinthians chapter, I read that already. It said 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 14 through 17, do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers. You know, people that, you know, if they serving a false god, you know, some of these people might be saying, man, we calling on the real name, we calling on Yah Israelite. No, that's not the Lord's name. That only means he. You got to put the whole name together, Yahweh. Or we married to the Most High. Man, listen, the Most High got a name. What is his name? I be seeing a lot of people call on say the Most High more than they say the Lord's name. What kind of shit is that? So connection to Malachi, the second Malachi 2 context, Malachi 2 addresses corrupt priests 1 through 9. Corrupt marriages 10 through 16, and covenant betrayal on both spiritual and national levels. This set up why families were destroyed to this day. Prayers were rejected to this day. That's verse 13. Malachi chapter 2, verse 13. Judgment was coming, see? Key takeaways, Malachi 2, verse 11 teaches that Yahweh does not tolerate compromise, see? You cannot serve the Most High. You cannot serve Yahweh while joining yourself to false gods, false system, or false doctrine. Holiness requires separation. Okay. Malachi chapter 2, verse 11, it says, Yahweh has dealt, Judah have dealt treacherously, and an abomination is committed in Israel. So talking about the northern and southern kingdom. Israel is the northern kingdom. And in Jerusalem, for Judah have profaned the holiness of Yahweh, which he loved, and have married the daughters of the strange God. Metaphorically, Stephen is talking about they marry unto fake white man Jesus. To this day. Okay? Ain't no excuse now, because the prophets is coming out telling them, breaking down the Lord's name and showing you how the Lord, the verses that indicate the Lord's name. And the Lord commanded us to call on their names, call on the Father and the Son's name in their entirety. So Judah violated holiness that Yahweh set apart by joining himself to worship the system of other gods symbolizes the daughter of a strange God. So Judah have dealt treacherously. This means Judah act faithlessly, breaking trust with Yahweh. Treachery implies knowing better and still rebelling, see? They still doing it to this very day, okay? This is covenant betrayal, not ignorance. 2, an abomination is committed in Israel and in Jerusalem. An abomination in scripture is something that provokes divine hatred and judgment, often tied to adultery, sexual corruption, mixing holy with profane. Jerusalem is being named shows this corruption reach the priesthood and leadership, not just the people. So Judah had profaned the holiness of Yahweh, which he loved. Holiness means set apart. Judah took what was sacred and treated it as common. This includes the covenant, the law, marriage, worship. Yahweh loved Judah, making this offense even more severe. See? So, and have married the daughter of a strange God. This is both literal and spiritual. Literal marrying women devoted to other gods, which the law strictly forbade. Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 3 and 4. Chapter 7, verses 3 and 4. Spiritual joining oneself to a foreign religious system, philosophy, and power structures that oppose Yahweh. See? In scripture, marriage represent allegiance. So this means Judah aligned with idolatrous nation, adapted their custom, accepted their gods, compromised truth for advantage. It's just not going on today. See? Prophetic and end time application. So this verse applies directly to today. See? Judah and Israel at large has married Babylon's systems, trust in politics, money, military, and religion, joined itself to doctrines and institutions that deny Yahweh and reject Yahweh Shai. See? This is why judgment begins in the house of Israel. See? Let's get 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 17. First Peter chapter 4, verse 17. It said, for the time has come that judgment must begin in the house of Yahweh. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of that obey not the gospel of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai? See? So, hey, man, the Lord finna do a lot of killing. Hosea chapter 4, verses 12 is talking about they have gone a whoring from under their God. James chapter 4, verses 4. Friendship of the world is enmity with Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Second Ezra's Salapia. Ezra's 9, verses 2. Mixing the holy seed with people of the land. It's Ezra's, not second Ezra's, Ezra's. Chapter 9, verses 2. Second Corinthians, chapter 6, verses 14 through 17. Be not unequally yoked, see? So bottom line, Malachi chapter 2, verse 11 condemns covenant betrayal, spiritual compromise, unequally yoking, mixing truth with lies. Okay? So all that is tied into Revelation 17 and 18. Babylon the Great. All right? So let's move on to... let's watch some more of the video. Just wanted to get that. That was what I went into earlier on the lesson that I did earlier. And then we're gonna cut into this video here is by Elder Malcolm that I was watching earlier. And Shalom, Elder Apostle. He was going into Gerald Celente, which we believe he's one of those speckled birds from the Northern Kingdom, from the Italian band. You see? Okay, let's get that. Here you go. No, Elder Apostle Tar is going into that now. That video, I'm going to have to watch it on my own and watch that. But we'll get it from Elder Malcolm channel. Because he went into it earlier. Take it on this one.
Shalom. Call Lord Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. Habakkuk 2:1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And Yahweh answered and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that they may run that readeth it. For the vision is set for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
We believe he is
Though
like
it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Rukal Halal Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai Bahasham Rakahak Radash. Double honors unto the apostles, double honors unto the elder bishops. Salutations to all my fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so, now more so than ever. The would-be judges, the 144,000, the tabernacle of David, who are ordained in the Bible to be the ruling class people here on earth in the kingdom of heaven, on earth as it is in heaven, over all the other nations for eternity, under the authority of who the world falsely and fraudulently called JC. His name is Yahushai. And to the rest of the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird, the Israelite foreigners among the heathen nations, that have the appearance of the heathen nations. All right, this is not a black only thing. And to the few Akwaf that are listening and learning, to you I say Shalom. This is your brother Malcolm from the branch of the Great Millstone here in Chicago, coming at you another lesson. And this man, Gerald Celente, I do believe is one of those speckled birds that I'm speaking of. All right, one of those Israelites of the Italian band. All right, Italy was full of jakes and dark people, dummies. But this, especially Sicilians, and that's exactly what this guy is. But I've been watching this guy for the length that I've been in the truth down there. Because I was watching him in 2007 and he predicted the crash of 2008 before it happened. He kept saying it was going to happen. I was watching his show and lo and behold, it happened. Okay? He was a carnal watchman, but nevertheless a watchman. And his magazines, the Trends Institute, what he does is he studies financial trends, and through that, he's able to determine what happens before it happens, just based upon the spending and where the money goes. Right, and he's pretty good at it. A couple other people like him being Robert Kiyosaki, and who I actually met before, and I read his book, one of his books, that Rich Dad Poor Dad. I read that book probably 30 years ago, and all these guys have been sounding the same alarm. All right, this guy Gerald Celente has been chronicling the downfall of America, saying it was going to happen. He said that silver and gold was going to go through the roof eventually.
Yeah,
all right.
So did.
But without any further ado, I'm going to play. This is a 55-minute video. We're going to start the 15-minute mark of this interview on Kitco News, because this wasn't his show. This was on Kitco. You know, you see the Trends sign, because I guess he's in his office. But this Trends Magazine, Trends Institute, you know, you can learn a lot from Gerald Celente. I've learned a lot about finances and things of that nature, and how it actually coincides. He's a good resource to use to do lessons.
Yep.
All right, but here we go. Gerald Celente.
You're the rat. You can't go to work, go home. You got to work from home. Your office vacancy rate in 2019 was around 11%. Now it's nearly 20%. I'm going back to the banks. No one is talking about the amount of failures that building owners cannot pay off their loans. They're hiding it. Let's go back to 2023. 3 banks, Signature, First Republic, and Silicon Valley Bank.
Silicon Valley, yeah.
Yeah, 3 banks went bust. What happened? 3 banks. Poof, down went the equity markets. Poof, up went gold. That's 3 banks. You're going to see banks unable to pay these mortgage loans that the owners of the buildings can't pay.
Let's pause it right there. This is James. Book of James. I almost going to go and grab my new Bible. I got the AMP. I'm excited to get into it. But this is James 5:1, and it reads, "Go now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. And the rich are sighing and crying," especially the low-level rich. You know, not the extremely rich, but the low-level rich is sighing and crying because they can see that their wealth is disappearing. And they're trying to figure out why all these billionaires have all these bunkers. All right? Understanding that wealthy men just don't waste money. All right? They know that something is up. I got a video that I need to go and rewatch so I can get that one lined up for a lesson. But it says, "Your gold and silver is cankered. The rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as if it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days. Behold, the hirers of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which you kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. You have lived in pleasure on earth and been wanton. You have nourished your hearts as in the day of slaughter. You have condemned and killed the just, and he doth not resist you." All right, because the scripture clearly says that, you know, if you take a man's wages, you kill them. You kill them. All right, and America is notorious with different contractual laws and traps where they take individuals' wealth and wages from them. All right, and these hirers, these laborers, these workers are going to. You're talking about a Bacon's Rebellion against the wealthy again. All right, you learned about the Bacon's Rebellion of the 1600s. Right, that was a rebellion where the rich came up with this plan to divide and conquer, because all the working class people, being all the, you know, the so-called Negroes, you know, the natives, the Edomites, the Moabites were all working together, and they realized that they were all being screwed over by one group of people. So Esau Edom, with his wicked wisdom, decided, well, you know what, we need to do something. And what they did was they created the terminology of white, and they put them over everyone of color. A year later, in 1682, they classified Negroes. All right, and that title went to both so-called descendants of African slaves and African slaves themselves. Also, that term Negro went to a majority of the Native Americans. Many of the Native Americans got reclassified as Negroes, right along with blacks and so-called blacks, and they were classified as one same people because they were, and they knew it. But and what they did with this newfound whiteness, they gave so-called white people front of the line privileges. They could actually have a bank account. They could own a gun. They could own property. They could go to court. Whereas people of color couldn't do so. They couldn't take anybody that was so-called white to court. They were at the end of the line. They didn't have front of line privileges. They got none of that. That caused a division that they needed, and they were easily able to conquer you. Fast forward to the future. Whiteness have run out, and now white people, so-called white people, are feeling the brunt of this collapse. The curses are falling upon them. All right, they can't take care of themselves.
Sure can't.
They're being told to pull themselves up by the bootstraps, only to find out that they don't have boots or straps. Their women are turning against them. And many of their women are actually going back to what they were doing, because when you go back to the 1600s, they put in laws to make so-called white women suffer for intermarrying with Negroes and natives, because back in the 1600s, that's what most of the white women were choosing. That's historical record, right? You can go check with Theodore Allen, Jacqueline Battalora, Dr. Jacqueline Battalora, on those receipts. All right, Edomite women were choosing to be with men of color until Esau Edom put into law that, you know, these men of color no longer had the same rights that the so-called white men had. That's how he got ahead. And even with this 400+ year head start, 500-year head start, he still is miserable and in the gutter now with the same people that he thought himself to be better than. It's all falling down and collapsing. Okay?
They're gonna say keep the building.
Let me get a scripture real quick. Deuteronomy chapter 30, verses 7. Hold on, bear with me. I'm reading out of the NIV. Let's see here. Right there. Okay. Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7. And it reads, Seven, it say Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, your power will put all these curses on your enemies who hate and persecute you. See? So that's what's going on now. All right, let's go back to the video. This is what we're seeing right now. These curses is falling upon them. As the mouth, the elder apostle just said.
I don't want it. It's empty. They don't have the money, the banks, to pay this off. So
all these commercial property owners that own all these $1 million properties, downtowns, Chicago, downtown New York, downtown Cleveland, downtown Detroit, downtown wherever, downtown Dallas, downtown Kansas City, downtown Kansas City, Missouri, etc. All right, these buildings all emptied out and never filled up again. Jobs are steady declining.
Gonna happen. Here, again, sometimes people call me a futurist. I'm not a futurist. You can't predict the future. There are too many wild cards, whether they're made by humans or nature. Let's go back to the Panic of '08. As I said, the dot-com bust happens in March of 2000. The NASDAQ is down 80%. 9/11 happens, everybody forgot about it, and they created this fake thing. You don't have a job, you out of work, you're deep in debt, don't worry about it. Sign over here, you get a subprime mortgage. Remember that one? Oh, and how about the derivative scams? Okay, so now the banks are going bust. I thought there would be another crash in 2012.
And he predicted that, and I was hoping he was right, because he had been right about everything else. But what did Esau Edom do? He's going to tell you, but you know what? Esau Edom moved the goalposts, as they always do. They changed it, and they moved the goalposts, and he's going to break down quantitative easing.
It was 100% wrong. They didn't teach me about zero interest rate policy and a thing called quantitative easing in Economics 101 at graduate school. Go back to Bard College, Levy Institute, the Federal
Quantitative easing, he said he was 100% wrong about 2012 crash and following 2008 because he didn't he wasn't never taught about quantitative easing. And to his defense, no one in the world was. It was a new thing. All right? It was a new creation, which got us this far, and now it's run out.
Reserve bailed out the banking system to the extent of $29 trillion. They'll do everything they can to keep the system going, and
that debt got pushed on the American people and the world population. Not the men, the Edomite white men who did it. The J-ish white men who are responsible for it. Your politicians and leaders who are responsible for it.
Fraudulent it really is. And you mentioned before about 2019, the repo crisis. What happened in 2018? Oh, December 2018? The worst down since the Great Depression. Yeah. And what happened? Trump called in Jerome Powell. You got to lower interest rates. Jerome Powell lowered interest rates. In January of 2019, equity markets went up what? Some 22%. And the repo crisis happened, and everybody forgot that when the COVID began in 2020.
When the COVID began, and what happened? Everything started crashing all over again.
And again, you can't make this stuff up. I thought everything would collapse when they locked down everything.
And what did they do? They moved the goalposts. Quantitative easing as usual. All right, they basically what Esau Edom does, the same thing he does with medicine. He treats the symptoms and not the cause. All right, medicine has side effects, just as this quantitative easing did. All right, and what is the side effects? A total collapse. Okay, a total collapse. Sirach, let's go to Sirach now. Sirach 10:1, and it reads, "A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered." And America and the Western and its allies are far from such. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. See, that's why your police departments, your alphabet departments are all so corrupt, because the president on down is corrupt. Okay? It says, so are his officers, and what manner of the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. That's why America is just filled with derelicts, with criminals, all right, who have no problem with unrighteous decrees that oppress others. It says, an unwise king destroyeth his people, but through prudence of them which are in authority, the city is inhabited. The power of earth is given into the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set up over it one that is profitable. Why? Because the wicked, the low-level Edomite, all right, and the head of that being the Ish people, they're Edomites too.
Let me get a scripture. Job chapter 9 verses, I'm going to start at 23. And it reads, if the scourge slay suddenly, he will laugh at the trial of the innocent. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, and where, and who is he? See? So, hey, this man, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. That's why everything is all messed up.
They're no different. The rabbis are constantly calling on America being Esau, that white, Western, and Eastern and European Christianity.
Esau is the wicked. They the wicked. East side. They said Esau.
It's Esau, that Roman, Catholicism is Esau, which they're 100% true, right? When they say that. But what they're leaving out is that they're also Esau, as they call it. All right? But Daniel 4:17, the matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men. Right? The lowest of men are in rulership, which is why everything is so ass backwards. Okay?
Turned upside down.
Let's go to the 23-minute mark. We'll get a few more scriptures and get ready to wrap this up. That's 22:55. That's good.
It's two separate fields. And again, look at the government debt. When you're looking at the real numbers, it's over $100 trillion. And you put in Social Security and other government debt, not 38 trillion.
Sure. It's
over the real debt is over 100 trillion.
Yeah.
This place is
through.
For lack of a better word, fucked.
It's fucked up.
Sideways every which way from Sunday to Monday. Meaning full circle. All right? It's done. It's over.
Last hurrah, Jack.
The thing to watch out for, too, is central bank digital currency, CBDCs. That's going to be the future.
Oh.
There's no question about it. They're going to make up the new coin. Stable coins, right? Orwell couldn't come up with a better name than that.
Damn.
Break into this one for us. I mean, our audience is always curious about CBDCs. Of course, we saw a little bit of, a little bit of wording in and around those executive orders that are supposed to prevent at least a U.S. CBDC. But Europe's going ahead, the EU. What are your thoughts on this? I mean, is this just going to happen?
It's a digitized world.
Yeah.
They want to know every penny you spent, where you spent it, what you spent it on, and most importantly, so we can get our tax dollars, all right? No cash anymore. You go to China, it's all digitized. Put out your hand, boop, that's it. It's as CBD.
Put out your hand, that's it. Digitized. They want to know everything you buy and sell and do. Social credit score. All right, you have to be socially aligned with them to buy and sell, and you also have to have the charagma. There is no way around what is happening and what is about to happen. And these camps like IUIC, ISUPK, all right, that took the bag, that have the 501c3 charter, that run to go and be on these podcasts to try and get fame and completely disrespect the word of the Lord, his name, and his truth. In a moment, they're going to be found out and exposed to be the frauds and the liars that they are. All right? To the wise, they already have been. But some of you are a little slow out there.
Yeah, slow belly.
But this is Revelation 13 and 16. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma. That's what that word M-A-R-K means, charagma. He said, wave of a hand, because it's going to be in your hand. And he held up his right hand as he did it. They already have this in other countries. Millions of people on the earth already have this. Okay? To receive a charagma in their right hand or in their foreheads, and no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. If you do not get this mark, this charagma, you will not be able to buy, sell, or trade. You will not be able to do business, no matter if you're small or if you're great. Okay? It is as simple as that. To operate within their totalitarian system. All right, but there's the catch to that, is the beauty of that, is that the Lord tells you in the fullness of their sufficiency, when they're about to fill their belly, the moment that they implement this and make it mandatory and make life impossible for the Lord's elect, everybody's going to find out who the real prophets are. All right. Some of you will have figured it out before then, but it'll be too late. Many of you, you're too late. You're already among the 2/3.
That's marked for them.
And unfortunately, the majority of the people that follow IUIC and ISUPK, they're among that number. Do I believe that some of the elect may be among them? A few. But the majority of those people, because they just go to show you how the Lord has a cruel sense of humor to let you get so close, but yet be so far. That just goes to show you the Lord doesn't love everyone, as they try to push on some platforms. All right, because 2/3 of Israel are marked for death. And I believe, it's not even that I believe, I know that a huge portion of those Israelites that are already marked for death are people who follow Bish Nate and fat ass General Yohana.
Fat boy.
All right, which is really the general of absolutely nothing at all. And even worse, them new young niggas with milk on their breath. Titty fresh popped out their mouth.
Zakari.
Babies.
Twitter deal and Twitter dumb.
Hakai, all of that madness. All right, many of the 2/3 are going to be labeled among these people, man. So you better wake up to the truth. So with that, I'm going to give all praises, all honor and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Bakaha, Kodash, Kwam, Yasharala, Abba, Baba.
All right. Let's keep going. All right.
In today's job market, it's really hard to start making money fast. But with DoorDash, it's really, really easy and really simple to start working. Opportunities are available in over 4,000 cities. Signing up is so easy. I feel safe.
All right,
I get to go outside and make money on my own time. Being a Dasher is awesome. This is a great opportunity. Sign up today.
All right, let's go. Hold on. Let's get it. Let me see here. All right, let's do this here. He mentioned so what's going on, man? These shadow government, man, they done hoarded all the riches to themselves, man. And they don't give a shit. And that's what we seeing, man. Everything's coming to a head now. And now they building bunkers to go try to hide. Okay, it's just, everything in America is just all corrupt, man. And it's all been a facade, an illusion. And I was doing a lesson earlier, and I was looking at. I asked, what is the shadow government? I was doing a lesson earlier, and I was going into that earlier, and my camera cut off on me. So I'm continue with the lesson. Let's start here in the power has never it said the existence of hidden counselors behind kings. So power has never ruled openly for long. When authority becomes wicked, it retreats into secrecy. Scripture shows that kings are rarely alone in their decisions. Behind thrones stand unseen counselors shaping outcomes. So the modern claim of shadow government is not new. It is ancient. Israel dealt with hidden counsel long before intelligent agencies. Scripture does not deny hidden power. It exposes it. When men mark as a conspiracy, the prophets call wicked counsel. The issue is not secrecy alone, but when benefits from it. Who benefits from it? Isaiah chapter 29 verse 15 said, unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from Yahweh, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us, and who knoweth us? So woe signals divine judgment, not speculation. Seek deep means intentional concealment, layered secrecy. Counsel is hidden from Yahweh, not just from the people. Their works are done in the dark, outside accountability. They rely on invisibility. Who seeth us? This is what they said. This is not ignorance. It is arrogance. Yahushua exposes that hidden power always forgets divine oversight. Hidden power always claim national security. Every empire invents sacred language to protect corruption. Fear becomes the currency of silence. Security replaces righteousness. Secrecy is baptized in necessity. When rulers cannot justify action morally, they justify them defensively. National security becomes a modern golden calf. The people are told they are too ignorant to know. This is not protection. It is insulation from judgment. Scripture already warned us this tactic would be used. Habakkuk chapter 1 verse 16. Therefore, they sacrifice unto their net. They burn incense unto their drag, because by them their portion is fat, and their meat plenteous. So the net represents systems, see, of capture and control, see. They worship the method, not the Most High. Their wealth comes from exploitation, not blessings. Incense equal reverence. This is devotion to power. They defend the system because it feeds them. Security become a god. Yahushua condemns reliance on machinery over righteousness. Secrecy expand, wisdom, accountability dies. Secrecy expand when accountability dies. So light restrains evil. See, darkness multiplies it, removes oversight, and corruption accelerates. Unchecked power always metastatize. Let's look up that word, metastatize. Metastatize.
To metastasize means cancer cells spread from their original location to another part of the body, traveling through the blood or lymphatic system. This creates new tumors, which are still the same type as the original cancer, and it often indicates advanced disease. For medical advice or a diagnosis, consult a professional.
What does this mean spiritually? And going into 2026 to 2030 plans of the elites. So, using the concept metaphorically rather than scientifically without getting tied up in timelines and material plans, let's break it down, okay? Spreading of corruption of sin. Just as cancer cells spread from one part of the body to another, sin, ungodly belief, and corruption can spread from one area of life to another if not rooted out. See, that's what the Lord finna get ready to do, man. It reaches with that when you get full-fledged counsel. See, America and the world have reached its limit. So now the Lord is finna ready to take action. So what starts small, a thought, a compromise, and allowance of falsehood can travel into relationship, work, and your spiritual walk, establishing strongholds elsewhere. 2, influence of root issues. The original tumor represents the core spiritual issue: pride, bitterness, fear, doubt. Metastasis. Hold on, let me look this word up so I can pronounce it right. Pronunciation.
We are looking at how to pronounce these words. We'll be looking at how to say more confusing vocabulary, including medical terms. Stay tuned to the channel to learn more. Metastasize.
Metastasize. Okay.
Metastasize. Stress on the second syllable. Metastasize.
Okay.
Now you know. More videos for you here to learn more. See you there. Thanks for watching.
Metastasize. That's how you pronounce it. Okay. All right. Metastasis. Metastasis. Okay. So where I stopped at, it said influence and root issues. The original tumor represent the core spiritual issue: pride, bitterness, fear, doubt. Metastasis showed that unless the root is addressed, the effects will surface in other areas. For example, bitterness, not forgiving in one relationship may metastasize into general anger, depression, and distrust in others. Hey, is this not going on right now? And this leading to this verse right here. Let me get this verse right here. Hold on. Hold on, y'all, bear with me. And this is what we seeing in these people, man. These Edomites, man. Wicked devils, man. That's why everything is all messed up, man. Jacked up. Everything. The world is all messed up. Damn. Ah, man, I lost my train of thought. I was finna get a precept. Oh, I know which one I was gonna get. Matthew chapter 24, verses 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And this is what we seeing right now. Okay? So it said the original tumor represent the core spiritual issue: pride, bitterness, fear, doubt, metastasis showed that unless the root is addressed, the effects will surface in other areas, and that's what have happened here in America and throughout the whole earth. For example, bitterness, not forgiving in one relationship may metastasize into general anger, depression, and distrust in others. Hidden dangers. Metastasis is often invisible until it appears somewhere new. Spiritually hidden attitude, unresolved trauma, or secret sin can quietly invade new parts of your life, manifesting later as obstacles, temptation, and spiritual sickness. Urgency of intervention. Doctors act quickly when metastasis is detected because it threatens life spiritually. This parallels the need for immediate repentance, deliverance, or correction. Once we notice sin spreading or destructive patterns forming, delay allow the issues to become entrenched and harder to uproot. And this is what we seeing in the people, man, right now. That's why they heart don't wax cold. It says symbol or advanced states in medicine. Metastasis signal advanced disease. Spiritually unchecked sin or deception can metastasize into deep bondage or spiritual death if it moves unchecked from one organ or your life to another. Awareness and early action are key. Colonization versus temporary presence. So cancer cells don't just visit new tissue. They establish themselves similarly. Unaddressed lies, fear, or pride that migrate spiritually will try to settle into your habits, your thought pattern, and your relationship, allowing them to colonize, creates new strongholds that feed the original issues. Hey, that's what done happened here, man. So hope through prevention, ain't no hope for this place, man. This place got to be destroyed. It done reached this, the final stage of that cancer. So now the Lord finna act. It said hope through prevention and cleansing, while a metastasis in medicine is deadly. In the spiritual sense, early detection and cleansing too late. Prayer, confession, and accountability, renewing the mind, can stop the spread. This principle is don't ignore the small issue because they can metastasize into life-controlling struggles. Okay, metastasis is a vivid metaphor for how ungodly patterns, sin, and deception can spread if the root is ignored. It teaches vigilance, early intervention, and the importance of uprooting the origins, not just managing symptoms like metastatic cancer. These spiritual invasions are dangerous, but awareness, spiritual action, and divine intervention can prevent the spread and restore health. Okay, hold on, y'all. Bear with me here. So sin-rooted separation awareness warning. The root issue detachment. So sin roots separation awareness warning. Behold, the root of bitterness has grown among you, defiling many. So Hebrews chapter 12, verse 15. Let's get that. Hold on here. Hebrews chapter 12, verses 15. It said, looking diligently, lest any man fail of the grace of Yahweh, lest any root of bitterness springing up trouble you, and thereby many be defiled. See, and that's what then happens. So sin or bitterness often starts small, unnoticed, and that's why you got a lot of youngsters out here fucked up. Like a primary tumor, it lodges in the heart first. Unforgiveness detaches you from Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai's peace. It spread quietly into thought and behaviors. Left unchecked, it infects relationships and ministry. Awareness is the first defense against spiritual metastasis. Guard your heart. Say what? Guard your heart. The root must be addressed immediately. See? So, hey, this is what we doing right now. The brother came through milk scripture last night. I'm gonna have to finish watching that video. And we got the milkman over there with Elder Malcolm, you know. He be coming with the milk scriptures. So that's what, you know, once we come into this thing, that's what we got to do, you know. Even if it hurt, it's something we must do in order to get strong man. Let's get Matthew chapter 7, verse 13. Hold on. Invasion into new areas. That's what done happened in the earth, you know. It's the 500-600 years of wickedness. Now it done reached its full. Okay, yeah, let's get that Matthew chapter 7, verse 13. Verse 13. It said, I'm going to start here at 12. It said, therefore all things whatsoever ye would that men should do to you, do ye even so to them. For this is the law and to the prophet, verse 13. Enter ye in all at the straight gate. For wide is the gate, say what? For wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. See, and that's what Elder Apostle Tahar was Salafi, Elder Malcolm was talking about when he was talking about them brothers from them other camps. And even in the church, modern day church, we seeing this metaphor. I know because I had cancer. I caught it early though. You know, I lost a kidney, but hey, I'm cancer free. And then and so, the Lord, all praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai. He took the cigarette smoke and all that, the weed from me. I ain't been doing none of that shit. I said, no, I said, I gotta get healthy, man. We coming into the time I'm gonna have to get to running and have to fight. So I gotta get healthy. I can't be out here, you see? Shit, fuck that shit. Lord took all that from me. I don't even have the trip no more, you know? And that's beautiful. It says here, it said expansion, influence, subtle, temptation, penetration. So we got to enter into the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. And that's what we see a lot of our people doing right now. They enter into that wide gate, think they doing right. So sin does not remain confined. It looks for open doors. A small compromise can invade your mind. Then your actions, spiritual metastasis, begins when boundaries are ignored. Temptation may seem harmless at first. Expansion occurs through neglect and distraction. Hey, this is what done happen in our this metastasis infiltrated our communities, in our relationship with with our sisters. You know, they now they don't even want to. You know, you got a lot of sisters don't even want to make babies no more, man. And that's how they don't know. That's how they gonna get saved. That's how the Lord gonna deliver their. They gonna have to make them babies, man. You know, hey, Esau done fuck this metastasis done fuck their minds up. They making deals with the devil. Somebody, we gotta get rid of them undesirable, so to speak, you know? Well, how did he word it? I'm just gonna say undesirable. And they were talking about us. These women making deals with the devil. So spiritual metastasis begin when boundaries are ignored. Temptation may seem harmless at first. Expansion occurs through neglect and distraction. Guarding the gate of your mind and heart is crucial. Recognizing subtle ways sin spread before it takes hold. 3, calculation, the spread through connection. So influence, fellowship, network, exposure, contagion. It said, do not be deceived. Let's get that one. 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verses 33. It said, be not deceived, evil communication corrupt good manners. And that's what's going on. Like these young dudes, man, they don't have no good manners no more, man. They were brought up wrong. And that whole generation, and it started when the devil, man, infiltrated the household and got up on these women, man. And these women kicked the father out of the household. That stopped the structure, you know? So now you got a whole generation of degenerates. Matter of fact, I got a video I want to show y'all real quick before we go back into the lesson. We're going to get some more of the lesson. There's some good stuff here, boy. Some good meat. These milk scriptures, too. Let's get this one right here. Do we get, yeah, we got it. Let's get one more. It said, matter of fact, let's do this. It said, just as cancer cells travel through blood, sin travels through relationships. Exposure to wrong influences spreads spiritual decay. Fellowship with ungodly multiplies the infection. Even small compromises become contagious over time. your environment becomes a conduit to metastasis. Choose a companion who enforce holiness and truth. The company you keep determines where sin takes root next. So entrapment, opportunity, temptation, placement, resistance. So we got to be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. See? And that's what we're seeing. That's 1 Peter chapter 5, verses 8. It says, sin finds small vessels in your life, weak areas like pride and fear. The enemy waits for opportunity, for opportune places to establish dominion. When weakness is found, sin I'm struggling with this word. Extravates, extravasates, leaving one area for another. Spiritual resistance must be constant. Vigilant prevents metastasis into new habits and emotions. Dormant sin when awakened, when least expected. Awareness of your vulnerability is a weapon against invasion. So strongholds, entrenchment, habits, authority, dominion. So for we wrestle not, that gets Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. See, that's what the lesson we on right now. So it's Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. So when sin metastasizes, is established. It established authority in your life. Strongholds form thoughts. Strongholds form in thoughts, words, and behaviors. Spiritual colonization is like cancer cells forming a new tumor. Spiritual colonization is like cancer cells forming a new tumor. The longer it stays, the more difficult it is to uproot. See? And that's what we have seen it with the wicked, which we know, the Lord planted this devil, man. So this devil done reached the heights of this cancer. So now the Lord finna get ready to come and weed it out, finna cut it off. Okay? It said every unchallenged sin gives the enemy legal access. Prayer, the word, and accountability are the chemotherapy of the spirit. Recognize colonization early to prevent irreversible damage. So, hey, we're gonna go on back to what we was at. We're gonna watch this. I got a couple more clips, and then, matter of fact, let's just go on and finish this lesson on off. So right now, we're going into this here. Let's go to Revelation. Revelation chapter 13. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. See, that council, man, it don't reach that heights. That tumor don't reach that heights. So now it's this devil, he don't get the Lord done gave this devil the power. So now this devil, he's up there now. He done reached that height in that council now. And he think his kingdom gonna live forever. So power to give life, not literal divine life, this authorization, animation, legitimacy, image, econ, a representation of authority, not the original power. Speak, to issue commands, policy, law, kill, remove from society, eventually literal, but first civil death. So what this actually means, a system is created that acts like a living authority, speaks through law, policy, and enforcement, punishes refusal to comply. This is where we at. This is coerced allegiance, not faith. It said then, and it said then and herald cried aloud to you, it is commanded, O people, nation, and languages, that at what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psalteries, dulcimer, and all kinds of music, yea, fall down and worship the golden image of Nebuchadnezzar, the king have set up. And whoso falleth not down and worship it, shall the same hour be cast into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. So it's just like King Nebuchadnezzar. Hey, this is metaphorically how this devil coming with this charagma, this digital plan that they got cooked up. And as Elder Malcolm said, they got it. It's already here. It's already here, and it's being implemented. Now they got to enforce it. Hold on here, let me do this. Second Ezra chapter 15 verses 17. It said, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled and the houses shall be destroyed and men shall be afraid. Here go the point right here. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and great tribulation. See? Hey, this is where we at. Let's get one more. Let's go to John chapter 9. Verses 15. It said, then again the Pharisee also asked him how he had received his sight. He said unto them, he put clay upon my eyes, and I wash and do see. Beautiful. So what have no king but Caesar? We have no king but Caesar's. Salafi, I read the wrong verse. Let me go back. It's John chapter 19. I hit 9. John chapter 19, verse 15. It said, but they cried, matter of fact, it started at 14. It said, and it was the preparation of the Passover, and about the 6th hour, and he said unto the Jews, behold your king. But they cried out, away whipped him, crucify him. Pilate said unto them, shall I crucify your king? The chief priests answered, we have no king but Caesar. So this is the mindset back in the days, man. So we're gonna have to go through that straight gate, man. Like our Mashiach did, our Lord, you know. Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. It said, and he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. So he calls, that means pressure, compulsion, system enforcement. See, this is where we at right now. Everything is collapsing. People are getting crazy. These people, they getting bonkers. Man, it's just a lot of chaos going on, you know? That's that council that I was talking about in that metastasis. It said all, meaning no class exempt. No class. You got either rich or poor. That mark is talking about in the Greek is the charagma, a stamp branded impression like Cornish mark, ownership seal, authorization stamp. The charagma is not mystical. It is an administrative and economic. Gonna go in your hand. What do you do? Or your forehead, how do you think, consent. Plain meaning, this is mandatory system identification tied to participation. That get Deuteronomy chapter 6. It says, and thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thy hand, and they shall be as frontlets between thy eyes. And go to Ezekiel chapter 9, verses 4. It said, and Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the forehead of the men that sigh and cry for all the abomination that be done in the midst thereof. So this is talking about those ain't gonna take that gonna take that chip, man, because you gonna have a lot of our people gonna take it. That charagma. Second Ezra chapter 16 verses I'm gonna start at 17. It said, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? It said, verse 18, it said, the beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death. This is what's finna ready to go down. The beginning of wars, the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? So this is the time we're in right now. Revelation chapter 13 verse 17. Revelation chapter 13 verses 17. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So this is saying buy or sell, basic survival, food, shelter, trade. The mark is talking about the authorization. The name, the system identity, the number classification, see? So this is economic permission, not spirituality. Plain meaning, it said, if you are not registered, recognized, or approved, you are locked out of life. This is what we coming down to, y'all. So this is controlled through dependency. Let's go to Amos chapter 8. Damn. Hold on, let me get it right here. Amos chapter 8. It said, behold, the days come, saith the sovereign Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but the hearing of the words of Yahweh. All this is coming down to the final seconds, boy. All this stuff is lining up right around the same time. 2026, and I'm bringing forth this. What a coincidence. Let's get James chapter 5. A lot of people don't know what's going on. Then you got these false prophets, man, telling these people the wrong things, man. James chapter 5. Hold on here. Damn. James chapter 5 verses 1. It said, go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. See, the Lord can make their misery come upon them. Your riches are corrupt, your garments are moth-eating, your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. See, and ye have heaped treasure together for the last days. Verse 4, behold, the hire of, and it said the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of your kept, which of you kept by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped and entered into the ears of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua of Sabaoth, Lord of armies. So, hey, the Lord from ready, hey, when it get like that there, man, like Elder Malcolm said, man, listen, in y'all perfection, when y'all think y'all about to eat, man, the Lord gonna reign, hey, he gonna come and pay y'all a visit. Cause, man, we ain't gonna be able to survive off this. So the Lord gonna come and get his elect out of here. Gonna come and get us. Those who have that faith and believe. That gets 2nd Ezra chapter 15. It said, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. 2nd Ezra chapter 15 verses 16. For there shall be sedition among men invading one another. See, all this gonna be going on. And they shall not regard their king nor prince, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power, and a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. See? This is where we at, folks. Let's go back to Revelation chapter 13. Revelation chapter 13 verses 18. All right. It said, here's the wisdom. Here's the wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. So the wisdom is talking about this requires calculation, not fear. Count in the Greek is supiso. Supiso. To compute, enumerate, calculate. The number of a man is human system, human limitation, human authority. The try, the Lord, the try is what people often call try. Here is not a trinity or magic symbol. It is numerical completeness of human rule. 6 equal created on the 6th day. 666 equal elevated, repeated, perfected without God is the human governance attempting godhood. What this is not a barcode meant, not a random chip panic, not a mystical numerical detached from system. What it is fully mature human control system claiming total authority. See, this is what they want. At that Tri-Phi Sigma. Okay? It said a fully human controlled system claiming total authority. Supporting precept, let's go to Genesis chapter 1. It said, then Amalek went to him from Gerar and Azazah, one of his friends, and Philcah, the chief captain of his army. And Isaac said unto them, wherefore come ye to me, seeing ye hate me, and have sent me away from you? And they said, we saw certainly that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua was with thee. And we said, let there be now an oath betwixt us, even betwixt us and thee, and let us make a covenant with thee. It said, and thou wilt do us no hurt, as we have not touched thee, and as we have done unto thee nothing but good, and have sent thee away in peace. Thou art now the blessed of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. And he made them a feast, and they did eat and drink. Verse 31, and they rose up bedtime in the morning and swear one to another, and Isaac sent them away, and they departed from him in peace. Daniel chapter 7, verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and thinks to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until the time and the dividing of time. And we in that dividing, we here. Second Ezra, they get Second Ezra chapter 15, verses 5. I'm going to start at 4. It said, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Talking about the 2/3 along the heathen nation. 2/3 of our people that join unto the heathen nation, following after their God. That's that wine we was talking about earlier. In Malachi 2 and 2. It said, it said, behold, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Why, Lord? For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the earth, and the hurtful works are fulfilled. See, that's that counsel. The Lord been ready to come and take that counsel, take down this counsel. So, the final summary in plain speech, Revelation 13 verses 15 through 18 describes a system, not just a person, compelled allegiance, economic enforcement, and human authority exalted, compliance disguised as normal life. it is not mystical first. It is administrative, political, and economic first. Okay? So I hope y'all, this is it. I'm gonna let's go one more. Let's go back here for a minute. I'm gonna get a couple more verses, then we're gonna shed it down. So this is that. This is what they trying to do. So the proud speak as if they are untouchable. Their works reveal their heart and the intentions. Secret whispers in shadows are exposed to heaven. Every boast becomes evident against them. See? So the modern elites, international bankers, and the shadow government often flaunt their influence. They manipulate economies, control narratives, and believe they are invisible. But Proverbs chapter 18, verse 7 warns that their own mouth are traps. Every lie, every threat, and every plan is under divine scrutiny. Their words are their chains even before judgment falls. See? Proverbs chapter 18, verse 7, it said, a fool's mouth in his destruction, and his lips are the snare of his soul. See? So Yahushua exposes pride through speech. Elites cannot hide behind influence when their words betray intent. Every conference leak, memo, or boast in part of the record in heaven. See? This aligns with Habakkuk. We're going to close there. Habakkuk chapter 2, verses 6. I'm going to get that and then we'll close with a prayer. Habakkuk chapter, I'm going to start at 5. It said, yea. It started at 4 and read to 7. It said, behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him. See, this dude is a counselor, man. But the just, we are the just. The Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, along with these speckled birds that them repented and them came back to their powers and have faith, are faithful to Lord Yahushua. Those are the just. It said, behold, his soul, whose soul? Esau, Edom, which is the wicked. Job 9, 24, 23 and 24. It said, behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also because he transgressed by wine. There go that wine again that I broke down earlier. He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as deaf and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heap up unto him all people. See, he trying to do that with that charagma. Verse 6, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that laid up himself in thick clay. Verse 7, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them. Okay. That's what's going on. That's what's finna happen. One more. Let's go to Matthew. Matthew chapter 24 verses, it said, and ye shall hear wars and rumor of wars, see that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. So them pestilence is gonna be them ICBM missiles, man. And that the biggest earthquake gonna be that mushroom cloud gonna shake the earth, man. And gonna kill off a lot of people. Verse 8, all these are the beginning of sorrows. Okay. So, hey, I hope y'all was edified with the lesson. And let's get a prayer in. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, call lawyer, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rekah Kadash. All heavenly praise and honor and glory go to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rekah Kadash. And second, I'd like to give double shouts and double honor to all the elder apostles and bishops from GMS who rule well. I said, shalom, double shout and double honor to you all. And third, I'd like to say shalom, shalom, shalom to all the like-minded men on down myself that pushing this word in truth, sincerity, and calling on the Lord's name in hopes that we might get saved, get delivered up out of here in the time of evil, when it reaches perfection. And shalom, shalom, shalom to all the like-minded sisters that's learning in silence. And I pray for you all as well. And the brothers that's trying to get right. Man, y'all have to get off, stop sitting back and start prophesying, man. The Lord ain't gonna save you. Faith without works is dead. So with all being said, I say shalom, shalom, shalom to you all. May Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai be with us all. Shalom, I'm out.